All right, man. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Universal Thought Podcast, man, where we share universal thoughts, ideas, concepts, philosophies, and we have all around great conversation with some good people, and we spread good energy, man. I got my peoples in the building. Big Dre, what's going on?
What it do? What it do? How y'all doing?
Man, what's going on? Big Slick
in the building.
In the building. I like that. I want that. I'm gonna steal that. I'm gonna say E. Smith in the building.
Right. Never mind, Crooks.
But I want to use it though. Never mind.
It's yours.
Hey man, we got a special guest in the house, man. My boy, man, he has a mobile cigar lounge.
That's right.
That joint fire too, man. He got all the best of cigars, man. And when I went, actually, I mean, I had a real good time. The energy was good, man. And I want to introduce to y'all Mr. Deshun.
What's going on, man?
What's up, man?
Thank you.
Doing all right, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sean, what you so you actually, you were supposed to do an event yesterday, right?
Yeah, we should have did an event yesterday. We should have been at Sideline 662 in South Haven. You know, we kind of pulled that back. We wanted to make sure all of our guests and patrons going to be comfortable. So we put it off on the weather, man.
We actually, so we got you here today, man, and get you some, you know, talk about your lounge, but we also want you to, we're going to indulge in some conversation. So we're going to get your perspectives on some stuff.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying?
I love it, yeah.
So, but first thing, let me ask you, how did you, where did the idea of a mobile lounge come from, and how did you actually start it?
Man, just to be honest with you, I was living out in Dallas. Really just started to get into just smoking cigars for myself. You know, I was smoking on them nasty ass Black and Milds, man.
Man, how did you find that? Wood tip, and I transferred to the glass tip.
Yeah. So,
that's how you grow up, though. That's how you grow up with it,
yeah,
right?
so I was kind of the inverse for me. It was the plastic tips. Then I moved to the wood tips. I grew up a little bit right there.
Yeah.
And man, I was dealing with a guy, and I would ride with him to go to the cigar lounge. And every time I got out the dang truck, my Black and Mild, it'll be broke. So I just asked him one day, I was like, man, why you keep breaking my Black and Mild? He said, really, because I don't want you smoking it in the truck.
Oh, he was breaking them.
He was just taking them, breaking them up, put them back in the ashtray.
Yeah.
You know, and just let me see him. I was like, he was like, nah, I really don't want you smoking them in my truck. And I looked at him as he got this big fat stogie, you know what I'm saying, fired up. And every time we roll, he fired one up and he rolling with it as we go to the cigar lounge. So he walks in the cigar lounge with a stick rolled up. And I was like, so I can't smoke my Black and Mild. He said, when you get out, or you can try one of these. And he handed me one that was still in the wrap. I said, man, I do not want that. I said, I don't want that.
I mean, what you ain't like the way it look? You just didn't like the smell?
It just looked like it was too big, you know what I'm saying, as far as giving the amount of smoke. They didn't want the Black and Mild, a small tip on it. You control the smoke, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you smoking the black, you know, you can afford the hell just a little bit. I've already seen the guys almost kill themselves, you know, smoking a cigar. I didn't know anything about it.
Right.
You know, I tried a cigar, you know, it's a girl, it's a boy from one of my partners, you know, having a baby and this, that, and the third, but we just lit it to light it and I put the thing down. I went and got a Black and Mild again. So, you know, it was for show. So,
so your first time, but when did you grow the love for cigars? At what point?
Man, so actually what happened was with that is, so he gave me the cigar, then it died, you know what I'm saying, I didn't know how to smoke it. He told me how to smoke. He gave me a little bit of bourbon. I can't remember what it was. It was Woodford's, as a matter of fact. I think it was a little bit of Woodford's.
Okay.
He told me how to smoke it, you know, how to fill your mouth up with the smoke, actually try to taste it. He related it to drinking wine. And so I fooled with some wine. I was a box wine guy in college, you know, and grew up in the store, buying me some bottles. And I actually started liking it. You know, I liked the taste. I wasn't choking no more. I had calmed myself down and gave me a recommendation of about 3 or 4 of them to just go try to box.
Yeah.
Had a sweet taste to it. One as harsh as the one that he gave me, which was the Romeo and Julio, the first one that we were talking about, before pre-record. And he gave me those 2. So now I had 2 good ones that I can go from sweet to a decent profile on. So I just started buying them. I was wasting money. I was spending $130 some $200 for a box, but I get 20 sticks inside the box. So I bought me a small little humidor, and I would take them with me everywhere I go. Man, can I get a stick, man? You'll sell me one? I really don't want to sell you my stick.
Yeah. You don't want to sell their stick.
I really don't want to sell you my stick, so I did. You know, I was, you know, kind of operating off the beaten path. I was just selling one. Look, man, just give me $15, you know, $15, $20 for the stick. Here you go. So I just got tired of it, man. I wanted to figure out a way to make sure that when people wanted a stick, I was enjoying them, that I was able to get to them, but I didn't want to keep operating in that gray area of, Minnesota, the wrong person, this, that, and the third, man. So they just got me dealing with cigars, period, man. And every time I go to the cigar lounge, I will buy one that I never smoke. I wouldn't smoke it there, but I would smoke it eventually,
Right. Okay.
Do you like when you go before you go somebody to an establishment that's you got to talk to the owners and say, ask them, is it okay for me to do business with you or supply some of your people's cigars? You have to first get to confirm. You can't just roll up to somebody.
Absolutely. That's just courtesy. And normally, what's been fortunate for me is that we've gotten a decent amount of publicity, and if somebody knows somebody has put my name out there just a little bit enough to where, oh man, that's the guy with the cigar lounge, this, that, and the third. And I typically don't do no business inside of the establishment because they're in the same business, but what I will do is, man, hey, it's okay for me to talk about my business. Conversation arises. Can I have that conversation? And they typically like, yeah, man, we're not no direct competition. I'm brick and mortar. You on wheels. I was like, okay, cool. So the conversation never leads itself into anything to do about business, period, or cigar life. Whatever the case may be. If I got a segue in there, I had a conversation.
That's cool though. I think that'd be real good, especially like you said. Restaurants got outside patios. People want to just go out there because ain't no place cigars around. Just get you a good cigar. You be outside already. But that's just good business to me.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think piggyback on what you just said, the restaurants with the outside patios and things like that don't have that access. I think that's one of my bread and butters that I'm really trying to put out there is to give you an addition to your patio field. Expand what you have going on. You don't have to worry about the legality of it. All that's taken care of through me. I'm gonna pull up and make sure that we give you the cigar culture on top of what you've already doing and mash it together.
That's a lot of good business right there, man.
So do you pre-book or you just find places to roll in at?
I pre-book, I pre-book. We try to do at least 2 or 3 bookings per month. And then everything else is kind of just looking for what's going on, where I can push myself into to create that exposure, that self-marketing. The bookings in themselves, they do really, really well. Anything from a wedding. We've done family reunions, class reunions, anything that you can influence the cigars into the culture of what's already going on. We've probably tried it once or twice, yeah.
Do you know of anybody else that has a mobile cigar lounge?
So it's not that uncommon. People think when they see mine, if they've never seen another one, they think most
special. You just special.
Yeah, man. I like to see it as special.
Out of the box, and I do think it's special. I'm not saying that it's not, but it's not the most uncommon thing. You have 1 or 2 that are here in the Mid-South area. I can't really think of the names at this very moment to make sure I don't mess them up.
And again, what's the name of yours?
Mine is D Fuego Sticks. So.
D Fuego Sticks.
So I'm D, and these are these fire sticks. So
I like that.
I like that.
Yeah. And the idea really came from me. Mobile came out of St. Louis. There was a model that I saw. Theirs was more of a bigger RV, a motored RV. One finna go spend that money right then and there. When you talk about RV costs.
Yes.
They go crazy.
Yeah, man.
I got a coworker, man, that just recently left my job. He took some of his 401k and that was his idea.
Yeah.
Bought an RV and then he's making it now to a mobile cigar thing. And he said he got the idea from a place he was in Dallas. He said he got it from.
Yeah.
And he said ain't that many here, so he said he should have it up and running by the end right by New Year's.
That's good. And then the crazy part about it is, or the great part about it is, I don't care how many come. I don't care how many of these models get reduplicated, because one, you can't be everywhere at the same time.
True.
But the great part about it is, I can be somewhere that a brick and mortar can't be.
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna take a tabletop setup, this, that, and the third. We just add that extra vantage point of, I got 2 wheels in the back and then got 4 wheels that's gonna pull it, and we'll get there. Just tell me where you want me to be.
There you go. You can pull up.
What's the destination? And then the trailer. Back to what you were asking me. The idea is the trailer was a blank canvas.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a 8x5 by 24 foot length. Just blank canvas. It's just wood.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Pull the wood down. Throw the insulation behind it, or ran the wiring. The threw it back up, put my plugs in, connected the wires, and started staining, started thinking about the concepts of just design, and then made it simple, And if I want to change anything, I can change it when I want to. I'll just replace wood if I need to do that.
So what features you have in like specifically yours that maybe nobody else have in theirs?
I can't say that anybody does not have it in their particular units, but what I did want to make sure that it was an extension of what you would get inside of a brick and mortar. So you're gonna have a small humidor in there to keep some of our more premium cigars out of the elements. Because a lot of time we do the unit with it open all the way up. So you got air coming in, the humidity is constantly fluctuating. And I don't want those premium cigars to just, it'll take a long time, but I don't want them to be directly affected by the constant change in temperature. Make sure you had a fridge in there so that you were able to put some beverages in, keep things cool. The simplest thing, the ice maker.
Yeah.
You got a drink that you want to pair with your stick. You can go ahead and cool it if you want to cool it. If you don't want to, do that. You drink it straight. And then of course for the purification of the air to make sure that's everybody's able to keep some good lungs.
So
the air purifier, there's a ventilation fan in the top. But like I said, most of the time we operate with the unit completely open. So I really probably ran the dang air humidifier maybe for about 10 hours in a year. Just to be honest with you, I rarely do anything with it closed up. Even when it was in the backyard and it's the man cave, it's just open. I'm sitting up there, the dogs running up and down the thing, man, and we just chilling. Yep.
And for those who watching, see, we was actually supposed to do the podcast in the lounge. I know y'all wonder why y'all didn't do the podcast in the lounge.
That's my fault.
Nah, it's all good. We have a change of weather here in Memphis and in Mississippi, so we didn't want to just chance it. But hopefully next time, we gonna make sure we compensate. I want to do this the right way. That's a lot of when you said hey man, try to keep down on these fuel costs. I was like, I got you. So it's a lot of expenses that go in moving from here to there.
Yeah. So just. Off top, like you said, was the fuel, and that's one of the most important thing, man. When you got a 7,000 pound plus unit, then when you add everything that's in it, man, you talking about 6 miles a gallon. So I'm pulling it with a 2500. So you would think, man, it's supposed to put it's snatching it. It's getting its due course, and what you put into the tank, and so just to make it make sense, we incorporate those costs inside of booking so that it offsets itself. So we don't ever actually worry about it being an additional charge to the booker or the consumer. You don't even see it because I've already said, hey, look, this is what our consultation is going to be. This is what it looks like to get there. Here's what your package is, and here's what your package incorporates, and this is how we'll roll. You like it? Do you need anything additional? We do some a la carte services for our guests as well, to where they don't have to worry about doing anything for the event. To be honest with you.
Okay.
So you have certain different packages, like a premium package or like.
So yeah, we have it based down, and it started off with just 3 basic packages. We expanded it, so we're probably about 5 total packages, and then we just have a build your own, just build the whole thing out.
Okay.
The build your own thing out is kind of more suited for the weddings, the bigger engagements, the bigger events.
Yeah.
Which allows them to kind of not have to worry about things that I have set in those individual packages, but allow them to be creative. Let me be creative with them, and then see if we can give you an experience that ain't nobody had. Which so far, I don't think any experience has been the exact same, except for First Saturdays, which that's a repeat every first Saturday of the month at Sidelines.
Okay.
Man, it was real cool too, man. Yeah. It was cool. It was surprising actually, because I didn't know what to expect. Mobile. I couldn't even. I messed around and went to. I didn't see the mobile part, and the only on the flyer, the only cigar lounge that I know of on Goodman is South Haven. The South Haven. Cigar Haven.
Correct.
That's where I went to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you did tell me that. Yeah. Like, what's going on? It's the same thing I seen before.
And we went on. I'm like, oh wow, okay, yeah. So totally different situation. So when you're hosting events and stuff like that, you said you have a lot of. I noticed a lot of women actually like love cigars.
Man, so surprisingly to the novices, understanding, a lot of women will try a cigar.
Is that a turn on or a turn off for you?
Man, I actually kind of like it, man, because it takes the placing people in a box. It kind of just removes the box.
Would y'all let a woman that smokes cigars? You know what crazy? I had talked about that before. A cigar, correctly, I have a problem with it. But I don't like a woman that smokes cigarettes and dope. Right. But you smoke.
That's what you smoke.
That's the thing. I don't smoke dope.
I smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, but it's just different. I don't know, for some reason, it's just like I don't know if it's a sophistication in it or something like that. But I can see a woman just sitting back and relaxing. Because to me, anything that relaxes you is better for you. So that's why I probably go for that. But
Wow.
no.
Myself, I've never given no thought about it though. I don't like no woman that smokes cigarettes. That's just but cigar. I think I don't know. That's kind of a, like you said, that's kind of a turn on.
It's like a woman riding a motorcycle.
Yeah. It's kind of provocative, So I believe I can do that though. But like I said, cigarettes, no, not at all.
Because I mean, you get the ladies who smoke the hookahs, and I think that's just excuse me. I think it's just a dumbed down version of smoking, just to be quite honest with you. Just to be quite honest with you, it's just a dumbed down version of smoking. But I've seen some of the most prestigious women across the country who loves a good cigar, a good burn, or really anything, because that pairing thing is it's about your palate, It ain't about whatever you like to eat, drink, put it with your cigar, do what you like, you love it, do it.
Yes.
And then have you ever just watched a woman smoke a cigar?
I was saying, I used to go to Havana,
Nice.
Havana, and they got a lot of women in there, and I used to go. I seen it. But it was weird when I first seen it. I was like, wow, women actually smoke cigars, and they more excited about smoking cigars than the men are.
And they'll take their time to actually get to know what's going on with it, and ask you the questions, that go along with the category of smoking cigars, and they're gonna retain the information.
Right.
I think the hardest thing to do is get someone to go from a sweet cigar to a different profile, a stronger profile. I think that's probably the hardest thing to do.
And that's what my journey is. I'm trying to go to a harder one. That's what I want to do. I want to have different, because I prefer I already told you, tobacco. So but I want to graduate some more. So that's just my journey.
And you're in a good place with that particular one to go, because you ain't overly overt sweet. You a good mild sweet.
Good mild sweet.
With a natural sweet flavor, not something that's crazy. Off the wall like a strawberry or something like that. I think that's what make it hard for them to get from that point, because natural tobacco, strawberry. Like what's the medium point? You don't have one.
You don't. Yeah.
I'm still on the sweet side too. Besides the Betty, I like the Margay.
Yeah, and don't let nobody tell you that that's wrong. I'm not telling you sweet is wrong, but I'm saying if you're gonna smoke all of them.
Is it one that you'll be like, this is disgusting?
Man, so it's I don't really care for. You mean as far as any sweet one that it's like
a taste, like
man, that's I won't smoke again. I mean, I couldn't even sit here and literally give you off the names of every last one of them. I've tried a lot of them. I went in there and probably bought one every time I go into the lounge. It's like, I've never smoked it before. Let me grab it. And I get it. And the reason I don't smoke it at the lounge is because I want to be able to enjoy my cigar. What I'm having, I want to be able to enjoy it. I don't want to taste something and it changes the profile of my taste buds. And the next thing I smoke, it's still on there. But man, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of different cigars.
Why would somebody smoke a cigar this big?
I don't know.
It's crazy to me, dog.
I mean, everybody got their own fixations.
I
think that's what it is.
I don't like that.
I don't want anything, man.
No, man.
Your boy.
I know Zeke.
And sometimes it's for appeal, because visual.
And that's, I think that's. And I was going to say Zeke. I think he do it more for the visual thing, because he's a small, short guy, and I think he like the big cigar maker, like he feel big or something. But
that's possible. That's very possible, man. And I have a lot of people coming, man. You got any megas? Megas,
yeah.
It's like because there's not a big market for it,
right?
But if you do a booking, you tell me, man, get me a case of megas, and I'll get you what you want. I'm not gonna smoke it with you though.
It's weird to watch somebody smoke. Like, for real, what are you doing for real? Like, seriously, why are you smoking?
That's a good question, Eric. Why the hell would you want a cigar that big?
And they just don't. But you know, like you said, it's to each his own.
Yeah,
it's probably just a preference, like you said. It's one they was telling me about called Round Boy or something. They said it's an acquired taste. Is it Round Boy? He was telling me us last Saturday. My coworker says he smoke them.
I don't think I heard that, but I was talking.
Was it Round Boy? Some stuff like boy in the cigar, and he said it's really more of an acquired taste. He like them. He said, but everybody don't like them. You ever heard of that?
I can't. I know a few different ones with boy in it, but nothing with round.
I it was boy. I know I have boy in it. I don't know that. Maybe I may be off with round, but he said it's an acquired taste. He said it's not a
lot of them are.
He said it's not something that everybody be on or something. But he said he loved them. He said once he tried, he said he don't want nothing else. I'm like, I'm gonna have to try one though.
Yeah, I mean a lot of them are, and I don't make myself be the cigar guru.
Okay.
I'm not the one that's gonna walk around and say I'm an aficionado.
Yeah.
I'm learning it. You know what I'm saying? We've been running this for about a year year and 7 months now. So we about to hit our 2-year mark coming up real soon. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So we get to the test of the 3-year business, which is always a test for any market, any industry is the 3-year mark. And but I'm trying everything so that I can have a good reference point for when people do ask me questions. And I'm still asking the questions to the guys who own the brick and mortars, the guys who sit in the brick and mortars and stuff like that. So I said it to say, man, you got tobacco from every land in this country, pretty much. Whatever the dirt tastes like, that's probably what the leaf tastes like. You know what I'm saying? So, and then however they mix those different portions of the cigar, which is the wrapper, the binder, and then the actual leaf that's in the inside. Whatever that stuff gets mixed with, those are the tastes that you get before you put anything else on it, like the infusion or anything like that. So, man, the Dominican leaf gonna taste different than the Nicaraguan leaf. But there's so many things that you can do with each one of them, if not combine both of them, if you just want to be that, be that person. The Ecuadorian leaf is going to be 100% a different taste from those two ones. But you'll smoke 30 different cigars with a variation in all those different leaves in it, and you still ain't gonna never have the same taste to come back to. So I think that's the challenge, and that's the beautiful part for me, is to keep smoking them and keep finding out what I like about each one or what I don't like about each one. Because I done burned some money and some stuff that I should have never bought.
Yeah. So do you sell what you like, or you have access to like a variety, or somebody do ask you to pull up?
Yeah,
can you get this and this and that?
Yeah, I can get you anything that ain't illegal coming to the United States. As long as it ain't illegal coming to the United States, we'll get it. Yeah.
That's my next question.
Yeah.
What makes a cigar illegal?
Just different things going on with trade, our country versus their country. We'll take the Cubans, for example. We have a particular no trade agreement with certain products coming out of Cuba, and tobacco is just one of those products. We actually grow tobacco in the U.S. It's just not the most, according to some aficionados, it's just not the most desirable tobacco. But again, depending on how you grow it, how you cure it, it can be anything that the other tobaccos can be.
Do tobacco grow better in warmer climate than colder climate?
I would say some of the tobacco that I've had, I'm really not knowledgeable between the tobacco growing in the colder climate, unless it was an indoor grow. But majority of everything that I know that I've had has came from a warmer atmosphere. And then you talk about your South American region, Dominican, and again in Ecuadorian, all those places like that.
So where would in your opinion, what's the best? Where's the best import? What country has the best cigars?
Man, I think if somebody told you that one had a better one than the other, and then they just ain't smoked enough. Yeah.
They ain't smoked enough.
Yeah, they ain't smoked enough. Yeah, because you'll consistently be changing it. The more experience you get with different ones from each country, and you're gonna have some guys out there that say, "Well, I just like Nicaraguan." Well, how many other ones have you tried? And I'm not telling them that they don't like Nicaraguan, but what's the experience?
Yeah, I'm one of them. I like experiencing things, but I guess just like most people, when they get set on something, they just stick to that.
Yeah. Like we was on the black. You know?
Right. Yeah. And then look, you go to the. I went from wine to jazz to you start experiencing. So
Yeah.
it's just like wine. You start tasting certain wines, you get used to it, then you just want to try something else. I'm starting to try different cigars. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to at first because I found what I liked, and then okay.
And you was probably already on the fences about. I was already on the fences about fooling with it. Now that I got something that I can deal with, we're gonna hold right here. We're gonna hold right here before you mess it up for me again. And I don't want to slow down. And to be honest with you, man, outside of the tobacco is great. It's wonderful. Every strand that I've ever had, even if it was something that I didn't like, I can find something I did like about the cigar, whether it be the taste of the wrapper, as you're hitting, I liked how it draw, you know what I'm saying, or the aftertaste, or I could have had something that I ate or drank that kind of threw all of it off, so I need to go back and try it again. But outside of that, man, the real catch with the cigars is this right here, even though we're not smoking one right now, but it's the conversation.
There you go.
Yeah, the camaraderie. Yeah, I got a 2-part question, Deshun. So I'm trying to bring it down. One part on your mobile cigar lounge. Do you have a TV or is just basically being cigars sold out of it, or how does it work?
Nah, I got y'all in there bored as hell, man. Ain't nothing going on. Nah, so we do got some entertainment. we do got some entertainment, man. And I sent some shots over to E so he can show the viewers what it kind of looks like on the scale. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 TVs on the interior. There is room for 3 TVs on the interior. There is room for a 4th on the interior. I've since removed it. It's removable, so I took it down for a particular reason. And then we have the exterior TV that hangs on the door side of the trailer, so that when we create the outside feel for it and we're doing things out in big open fields, or even like on first Saturdays, we sit outside of the patio. Now you can watch the TV on the side of the trailer.
Okay.
Bluetooth speakers in there to create the feel of some music. And then it's multi-lighting with LED lights going across, so we can change the color, just how you feel in there.
Yeah, I look forward to doing that.
Yeah. I'm thinking about doing just a little pull up and just some smoke for a couple guys. Probably a little bit later on to watch the rest of the game. Yep.
Please let us know, man.
I'm gonna be out there watching the game anyway, so y'all more than welcome.
And the other part of the question is, and this is something I've been wanting to ask for the longest since I've been started smoking. What's the difference between cutting the end off or puncturing, doing the puncturing? What is the difference?
How much smoke you want? For me.
And so it's the intake of how much?
Yeah, for me. So you got straight cut, and then you got different sizes of the straight cut.
Yeah.
Right? And then you got V cut, and then you got a couple different sizes of the V cut. And then you got people who do a V cut and they cross it. I don't know why they do that, but they do it. Then you got the punch, like you said, and that's just a little smaller hole, a smaller draw of that smoke coming back out. I start a lot of people off on the punch.
Okay.
I wish I got started off on the punch, but I did.
So you still do the punch now, or you do the cut?
I do a V cut now. I do a big V.
That's what I do, a V cut. But I was always wondering, like, is there a difference or whatever? But I do a V cut. That's what I started on. That's what I still do. I'm gonna try to do the punching because I want to see the experience of it, and kind of wage from what I do. But I still do the V cuts.
So you said you wanted to go from what you're doing now to something a little bit more bolder.
Yeah.
The punch would probably be, if in my recommendation, the punch would probably keep you from running yourself off from something else, because then now you can control a little bit more of the flow of smoke. Okay. And then the great part about a punch, once you punch it, you can still go back behind it and straight cut it if you say, all right, this ain't enough for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But once you straight cut something, you done.
For real?
I mean, there ain't nothing else. There ain't no more cap of the cigar to cut on.
True.
You just got open tobacco. Yeah.
Yeah, I would want to ask that.
Question.
I would think the punch, wouldn't it be a harder pull?
It does take a little bit more to pull it, which is why I said you control it instead of that open V cut or that straight cut. But when you hit it, you're gonna get a full mouth of smoke.
On the punch.
On the V cut or the straight cut.
Okay. Yeah.
And so
that's one I like.
Yeah.
That's me too.
And so if you weren't ready for it, or if it was your first time trying that strength of a cigar,
Too bold.
yeah, it might be just too much smoke for you. I wish I had a punch. Like I said, the first time they would have eased me into it, because now I gotta make more smoke come out instead of it just hit me all at one time. I can moderate my intake.
Did not know all this.
Yeah, man, this is some good info. So the rap, and I got this is my last question before we get into the next segment. The rap. Now, I've had some terrible cigars, and they start unraveling and all type of stuff. Like, so that's just basically a cheap rap, right? Like, why does it do that?
So the wrapper, it could be a cheap cigar. Most likely, it's a cigar that hasn't been taken care of very well.
What you mean by that?
Humidification.
Right. Okay.
They're drying out, and that's when it starts to unravel. Most likely, from my experience, the cigars are gonna unravel once you light them, especially because now you add more heat and drying it out a little bit more. Then you start to see the unraveling. Also, bad cuts on the cap will make it start to unravel at the part that you smoke on the head. So that'll make it unravel as well. So it's a variable reason. Like, you can go from a few different reasons: the humidity and the way it was taken care of, the way you cut it. It's just being too dry. So it just depends on where it came from. You kind of look at where you're buying it from and what the environment is. Like, you go to a cigar lounge, you can walk into a walk-in humidor, kind of look around, man. Dang, do I see any humidification readers? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do I see any hygrometers in there? Take a note to see what the humidity level is. 68, 70, 75, somewhere in there, depending on how big the room is. If it's being consistent on that, you should have some great kept cigars.
Yeah, because I went to the cigar shop. No, that wasn't it. It was a tobacco shop, and they had some cigars in there, but they had them out just like you buy anything else. It wasn't in a room where it get the right type of heat in there. It was just, and I told them, like, well, y'all keep y'all cigars out here, and I got one. Terrible. It was hard. Yeah. I'm like, man, y'all don't know nothing about cigars.
It's dry. That's just a product for them to sell. They don't really have no vested interest in it, because I mean, if they did, which they should, because they probably, if they had more than 3 boxes, more than 3 to 4 boxes, they probably paid more than $300 or $400 for the cigars, right? Go buy you $150 to a $300 humidifier, put your cigars in there, take care. Now you're protecting your investment. Now you can keep selling them. The other thing about it, man, people don't know, if you're not careful, you're doing the wrong thing, man. Cigars, it's a leaf. It'll get mold on it.
So would you smoke a gas station cigar?
Depending on what gas station.
So it depends on what gas station.
Yeah, because they got they got a few gas stations around here. They got invested in the entire setup, like I'm saying. You know, they got the humidifier. You know, they got it pumping, they got it controlling. You know what I'm saying? Some of them are automatic humidifier, and then two of them, I'm gonna do what they tell you not to do in the cigar lounge at the gas station. I'm gonna pick it up and see, you know, if it's hard for me. Do I have a good texture? I ain't gonna push on it and break their stuff. But if I pick it up and it crumble, it was already a problem.
That's bad. You already picked the problem. So
hey, y'all, go to the smoke shop and get you a cigar. Don't go to the gas station.
It's crazy. I encourage you to go to the smoke shop, man. But here's the thing: a lot of these places just branding themselves as smoke shops, man. They the smoke shop, the vape shop, the hookah shop,
right?
You know. Yeah. So what's your concentration?
That's a good question. That's so. I mean, like you said, you go into these places and you check out like you said, the temperatures or how they hold. You wouldn't go into there and, like Eric said, you go somewhere and just out. That's not where you want to get it there. You don't at least want to start out there or whatever. You don't even want to be there, but you want to go somewhere where they control the climate, they control it, everything's controlled. I think that's what it's all about, being controlled.
Yeah, I represent like going to the flea market. You know what I'm saying? There's no concentrated focus on nothing out there, but you could probably find a little bit of everything out there, right? As far as the gas stations having cigars, you know, or the smoke shops or the vape store, the slashes, the ones that have the hot, they do a little bit of everything. I'm gonna go to the flea market tables. You know, I ain't been in one in a while, but I'm gonna go to the flea market tables. I'm gonna look at the product. I'm gonna talk to the person that's selling the product.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get a kind of feel about it. And if it's something that I like, I'll purchase it. If it's something that don't fit my criteria of smoking, I'm gonna stay away from it.
Wow,
Yeah.
Okay, good deal, man. Well, listen, you giving us some good game on some cigars. We're gonna jump into this next segment, man. And that's what on the Universal Thought Podcast we try to jump into the minds of people, like understand how you think and stuff like that. So we, just have a different conversation. I feel like you can actually add perspective to conversation. Even when we was talking in your lounge, man, we had a real good dialogue. You was in the military, right?
No military, man. Raised in a family where my step pops was prior service Air Force. So we get a little bit of moving around, not too much, too crazy. Just got some good upbringing, and but I personally, I was in law enforcement.
Law enforcement, that's what it was. So you was
I did everything from city, state to a couple task forces, man. So I've had a good little run of trying a little bit of everything.
Good deal.
Yep.
You're a businessman too. Let me ask you this, and I'm actually gonna ask everybody in the room this. If you had to choose between the one of these I guess vices, would you rather be a quitter or a procrastinator?
I probably want to quit, man, because if I'm quitting, I'm trying something new that I might not quit the next time. If I'm procrastinating, I'm doing the same thing and not getting no motion on it.
Damn. I think
Because I was gonna say procrastination probably maybe can get it done eventually. Quitting is not gonna get it done.
I think procrastination for me, because at least I'm still in my head. I'm going to do this. It's the idea is still there. Just haven't gotten around to doing it. I mean, to me, both of them just bullshit. But yeah, I guess procrastination for me. I guess.
I think at the end of the day, no matter which one it is, it's a decision that ain't been made.
Yeah.
Then there's no time.
Yeah.
So if I'm not doing what I need to do on that one set thing, I want to leave it alone. Just because I quit it today don't mean I can't pick it up tomorrow,
But ain't a quitter and a decision has been made because you actually saying, well, I'm not doing this. I'm stopping this.
At this period of time.
Yeah. Whereas procrastination is more of it's still up in the air.
I'm still trying to do a little bit, but I ain't really focused on it.
I'm not putting my full into it.
I'm still trying to do a little bit. So I really don't want to do anything that I don't have my full attention on.
Yeah. And I'm the same way. I think I would. I don't know. I think I'd rather be a procrastinator though.
Yeah. It creates anxiety, and to me, I mean, in a great level, it creates anxiety, man. Not to slow roll something, but to half-ass.
Right.
Anything.
Right.
So I'd rather just take it. Say, hey, look, if I'm gonna quit doing this right now, what are my reasons? Do I have any ambition on picking it back up at any period of time? And I ain't gonna tell nobody that quitting anything or procrastinating on anything is okay. But what I am saying, if you're gonna do either the one, I would rather quit it and make a conscious decision on why I'm doing it, table it, and come back to it.
So is it like with you do start something? Did you hear? You have a goal set. Do you stop? Do you have a time limit before you stop? Before you get to the end of it?
In my time now, I do. Previously, I've done some things. I've had some endeavors to where it was just that, man. It was a vision. It was a thought. There wasn't a clear roadmap. But doing things in that manner taught me that, man, once you have a roadmap, some checks and balances, some actual things to achieve, small goals on top of big goals, you'll see yourself matriculate through those processes so much flawlessly than just trying to figure it out as you go. And I think that's why a lot of people quit, and that's why a lot of people procrastinate.
Yeah.
It's because they ain't that set up for them.
They're quitting though, but it's like, I've never really wanted, and it ain't about other people, but I don't like for other people to see me quit. Because if I start something, it's very like, man, they don't see me do it no more. Most people are actually waiting on you to quit anyway. So it's like, I want to prove to myself that I can start this and get through this. Now that's kind of my strength, but I ask myself if that was me, because I see it in people. Like I see people quit and I see people procrastinate, and I despise them both. But if I was to do one or the other, which one would it be? And even with procrastinating, I think like you keep saying what you're gonna do, but you keep putting it out. That to me is lazy. I'm still.
And I think, to be honest with you, they synonymous, man. It's just
Yeah.
to be quite honest, nothing is accomplishing anything.
Yeah.
You know, and like you said, it's not even about the other people because they are already waiting for you to not do what you set out to do anyway. They want to see what they're not trying to celebrate your wins. Not a lot of them anyway. They're not trying to celebrate your wins. They're trying to either one or two things or one of a few things. I want to see how he gonna do it so I can go do it.
Right.
Or I told him so. He couldn't do it like that.
Yeah. And I told,
You know,
So is it better not to worry about what other people think?
depends on who those people are. Are those people support systems for you? Are they giving?
No, I'm talking about the ones you were saying, like you said.
Oh, yeah, you
look
down.
for you to quit.
Yeah.
You use that as motivation to prove them, or you look at it as motivation to prove something to yourself.
I mean, I already know people are gonna be, looking and hoping that, and I try not to look at it in a pessimistic, point of view, because for the most part, I want to think that people want to see you win, but I know that
Some ain't.
some don't.
Yeah.
And it's not that they really don't. They either want it, for themselves, which is fine, but sometimes it's hard looking at other people doing something that you can't do. It ain't even about the actual success. It's about the ability to do it. People want that ability. Damn, I wish I had grind like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't use it as I don't know. I think I kind of slick do use it as motivation. I kind of do it. I use it.
I think we all do.
Yeah. You got to use some for motivation, right?
Yeah, I mean, why not? Why not allow the negative to be a positive fuel for you instead of a negative, pull down for you,
And that's good because as human society right now, you're going to get more negativity than you would get uplifting. Come on now, especially in business or whatever else, people going to be looking for, so you take that negative and say, oh, I got, I'm going to show you. That's one reason why I've always like, and I don't know, he's not a business, but he is a brand, Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Like when you say he ain't going to do something, it was like fuel. It's like, okay, and I love that because my thing is that's that fire. You're like, oh yeah. So and then when he do it, he looks at your face like, well, what we saying now?
Yep.
To me, I think I think it should be every businessman's mantra. Like, just use that. Oh, you think I ain't gonna do this? I can't show y'all. So
Yeah.
that's a good thing. I think you use the negativity to build you up.
So what would you think envious would be about? You know how people do
Jealousy,
jealousy.
yeah.
Why do you think it's about when they see somebody else actually doing something?
Like he just said, I think it comes from the fact of it was something that they maybe can't do, want to do, but can't do, and that's where that envious come in. Like I really, that's where I think it come in, and that jealousy.
But I think it's misdirected though. It ain't because he did it and I couldn't do it.
I mean, it's possible.
You just a focal point on it because I seen you do it, but I'm really envious and I'm really jaded.
That I'm not doing it. Yeah,
Right. It's really because they're really inspired by you. That's why they can't stop watching you.
They just don't know how to show it.
Right.
Respectfully.
If we all was doing it, why would we hate on each other? Like it don't make sense. It only comes from somebody that don't see that activity in themselves. That's where that's what envy is.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Do y'all think that nice guys really do finish last?
And what aspect?
You never said to us pointed out depending on what you're talking
Well, let's say relationships. If you're a nice guy, have you ever been the nice guy to a woman
yeah,
and you regretted being a nice guy?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Especially when you apply to relationships.
Yeah.
Because you're dealing with a variety of women. You know what I'm saying? And depending on who the woman is, that's why I always say you have to first conduct when you're dating or whatever you have to conduct an interview, a long interview. Because my thing is, because that's what you're doing, really.
Well, hold on. What happened? What? Give an example of what you feel like you was too nice.
Just
to a woman.
because I know because I can assume what you're gonna be, but when you being for me it was like somebody who you really, when you was first getting into the dating thing, you really like this one. You want to show her that I could be a great guy for her. I could do all the open the doors, being a gentleman, blah blah blah. Everything she was asking you to do. You never knew that let me watch my tone. You never knew that she was just she liked it, but she liked the bad boy. The bad boy was the one that always ended up winning when you was that nice guy. And then all of a sudden you see this shit, you're like, man, I wasted all my damn time. And that's what I'm saying. So you have to do the interview first to get to know who the individual you're dealing with. So yeah.
I'm gonna say it like a 2-part with that, Dre. Because if you're doing something you normally don't do, the other person, I feel they gonna feel that that's not you. And then the second part is, who's to say you was the good person besides yourself?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and then so that'll go back to you, E. What makes you be the good guy in that scenario? What quantifies, being a nice guy?
Nice guy. We saying nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, nice guy.
Nice.
Good guy. You're supposed to be the good. You're supposed to be
Be a good guy. What
Nice.
qualifies being a nice guy? What's the parameters around him?
I think. All right. So I think being nice sometimes, most of the time, is gonna get taken for granted anyway. When people don't see that you do have not a temper, but you can be firm, and they've really never seen it. I do feel like you have to have certain approaches with different people, right? Your energy is gonna say a whole lot about how you are in that moment. I'm real good at giving the energy that I want, whatever I want to reciprocate. I'm finna give you that energy. So if I don't really want nobody to talk to me, I'm kind of gonna give you that energy
And change the room.
Yeah, and it's not no regular, like I'm not walking around, with the energy of people not, but if I'm walking and, man, I really ain't got no change, I want this homeless dude to come up in me, it's a certain energy I'm gonna give.
I feel it.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a direct firm, I ain't no eye contact, I'm just finna, you know what I'm saying?
So, do you think some nice guys be considered a pushover?
Yeah.
That's when it comes to a woman.
Yeah.
That's where they want to push their.
Yeah.
As long as you're a pushover, you're a nice guy.
Yeah.
So how?
Because a woman is a lot of times I feel like a woman is always gonna want or expect something from you, and some women don't like to be told no. When you too nice, you never say no. In most aspects, you just don't say no. You always saying yes. So I just feel like, and I wanted to hear people's perspective, because it's women will even tell you, I don't want a nice guy.
To an extent. So it's a level.
right.
They don't know what they want no damn way.
But that's so that's what I'm saying.
Also got
But that's what I'm saying. The nice guy thing, me myself see it as a lack of respect or the more of respect. You know what I'm saying? So you can be nice but still be respected, but you gotta kind of weigh the options out. I'd rather for you to respect me. I don't give a damn if you think I'm nice or not. Just respect me. Right. And we got that mutual respect. But if I'm too nice, I think the nicer you get, the least, especially women, the least amount of respect you get though. Because I think they'll respect it. If you ask me, yeah, I do that, but she said, that bad girl, I ain't doing shit. She'll probably end up liking him more so than me. And it's crazy though. Like, I was nice and he wasn't. So when you use respect at that, I think at that point the respect is lost. They get to expect.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah.
The respect gone. It's gone to expect.
But how do you know what to expect when you had no previous experience? Like, if you didn't have that father figure in your life that showed you what a nice guy, how a real nice guy, man, treated your mom. This is why I see that there's so much of an advantage where a nice guy is good for me at this period of time, but I'd rather have that rough thug or street guy persona, because they ain't never seen nothing consistent.
About the most consensus they do to me, if they are looking at it that way, social media, music.
Yeah,
they don't know how to differentiate the two.
Right.
Become like you said, they probably didn't see it in a certain way. They only probably just saw their mom, their dad, they going by, they go to work. Somebody, one parent is not paying as much attention here, the other parent ain't paying much attention here, and they trying to find out where it's at.
Yeah, and I think this is a highly talked about conversation. I mean, but the example of a man to a woman, if you ain't seen that, no matter if you're the male or the female, if you ain't seen that, how do you know how to be that?
And I agree with that. I agree. Like how can you? Well, let me ask you this: your mom still alive?
Both parents. Both parents. Yeah.
Have you ever, even when you was young, did you say, man, your father was in your father? Okay. Have you ever seen man, daddy should have put his foot in her ass. She deserved it.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Respectful, man.
So I break my scenario down. My pops and my mom had me when she was 15. So we grew together. My dad was not too much more older, you know what I'm saying? So we grew together.
Okay.
Their relationship did what this relationship did, and they separated ways. But what I never saw was a division of one, the bad talk about the other one, to my I might have ran into the room and get your ass out of here, because you know they having their tyrants with each other, maybe on the phone, this, that, and the third.
Right.
But it was never to expose another parent or whatever their behavior was to me and feed into the child. What I got was, your daddy do it this way, it's probably a good way for you to do it. Your mama has this type of personality when it comes to these things, it's probably a good way to do it, or a good way to think about it. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I saw both parents, no matter if they worked together or not, uplifting each other. Now what they did when they was away from me, that's one thing or another, but the example was set. And then when it came to my step pops and my mom, which, you know, I was in the same household with, I can remember very few arguments. I can remember, you know, because you can't avoid it. It is what it is. You can't avoid it. There's going to be some arguments. But what I can remember is, I need y'all to go outside, or I need y'all to go to the room, or I need you to get this. And the voices is going to be so low.
Yeah.
You know that you should expect an argument, but you don't hear it.
Right.
You don't see it.
Right.
But then when you come back together, it's, you're doing everything. Baby, you need anything? You know, am I cooking?
Yeah.
Am I going to get this time taken care of for you? And it was 3 of us in the household. It was myself and two of my sisters, which I'm the oldest kid on both sides, my dad and my mom. So I'm the oldest sibling. So I've never seen it. I've seen a good example, you know. I just started seeing bad examples, so I got into law enforcement.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I was about to actually, since you said that, you said you ever saw a moment where Pop should have did this. How would you feel if you actually saw the abuse?
Yeah, it'd be a problem.
I mean, if I young,
I don't care what Pop
and like, yeah, we didn't have to jump on stepdad. We didn't have to, you know what I'm saying? But as you get older, because I can even reflect back on, like, my mama was a firecracker and she's small. And when I think about a lot of things, like, man, yeah, she used to run over niggas. Like, yeah, she used to run over. But I feel like when you're too nice, you're only nice because you don't want nobody to not like you.
Or
I've grown out of that.
Or you don't want nobody to wake that beast up.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, unless you like me, don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I'm saying that's the only variations I see, man. You know, what he just said, or there's something down deep in there that you already been holding on to anyway. And the next time you flip that switch, it might not go back off.
Let me give y'all an
So
example.
you think suppressed feelings can actually trigger your actions?
Yeah. I believe that.
Yeah.
I really believe that.
Yeah. You're only going to take so much of anything.
But
It's only so much salt before you get high blood pressure.
So it just, unfortunately, it's basically
Sometimes.
the victim be the person that didn't cause you the harm.
Sometimes.
It's probably the person that you love the most that you're gonna snap on. I just had the episode happen like last week. I held everything in and it just like, man, let me get to myself for a minute.
You get warning signs though, I think.
Do you think?
I think sometimes you get warning
Yeah,
signs.
but you gotta be observed. You have to be very observant in warning signs too. Because your thing is just be something just ordinary, but you have to peep out on some things. So yeah, and I totally agree on that. I want to go back to something you just said pertaining to my mom. My mom is feisty too. They know my mom.
Yeah, all three.
She's real feisty.
Yeah.
But my stepdad, God rest his soul, to me, and she's married now to somebody else, but he was the one person that I knew that can, I ain't gonna say control. He just knew how to deal with my mom. Like he had a reputation out in the streets. He was bad. He kicked butt. But when he came to my mama, he was always like, let her have her say. You know, he'll tell me and my brother, just listen to your mom, man. She gonna talk crazy, just listen to her. He knew how to deal with her. And then she could talk crazy to him. He's like, all right, sure. He always has called short and so, you know. But now he's gone now. But she would say that was the one man that just, to this day, she missed him and loved him because he let her have her say, but then she also didn't go too far with him. She knew like, I'm gonna talk crazy, but I also know when to help. She shut up with Claude. Claude, and he said, go ahead, Sean, well, you gotta say I'm gonna listen. He always listened to her. He never tried to argue with her. And he showed it in front of us. Yeah. He was the one, like I said, he helped raise me, my stepdad, man. And this man could talk to me and my brother And you would think he gonna beat us after he came out because he made us always feel what he was saying, man. And I hate to disappoint him. When anything about him, he's strongly and he's influenced me on so much stuff as I see as an adult now, man. You know, because he always told us, man, a man who don't work don't eat. You know, men get up and work. Men don't. You know, he just instilled into me and my brother. So I feel like days even when I call in. And I couldn't take my ass to work, man. I just don't feel right. But that came from my stepdad, man. I love the way he conducted himself. Because my mama, the average man would probably did something bad to my mama. Then I had to be in jail somewhere. But him was the perfect guy for my mom, man. And I still to this day say, and she said he was. And he wasn't a nice guy on the street, but he was nice for my mom. He was appropriate. That's what I mean for my mom. Because my mom was, man.
The shapes match.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
yes.
It's a circle to go through the circle, you know.
Yes.
The triangle to go through the triangle.
So again, you a businessman, right? Do you get people that want to hook up?
All the time. I don't think you will in life you'll ever come out of a situation where somebody know that you have access to something and they don't want that something for either the same thing you got it for or nothing.
But if you was too nice, and you always gave people what they wanted,
I'm very good at saying no.
Okay, cool. We'll just saying no is not being nice. Oh, you're mean. I just know my boundaries.
Because me, I always said, what the hell is a hookup? You getting hooked up, I'm left on the hook.
Yeah.
So how that make sense?
Yeah.
And I say it in the most nicest way possible. Or I'll curve you and make you think. We'll talk about it next time. But at this period of time, this is where we at. This is where we at. Let's see. Let's see what the vibe you're gonna come in from.
Yeah.
Because really, to be honest with you, man, if you support me, if I support you, then your cost is your cost. You said that,
Yeah.
You said that, when we were trying to figure out what we were going to do with this, man, your price is your price, Deshun, man. I said, but we was just off on something else at that period in time. We weren't even on the same page.
Right.
But the fact that you said, I said, man, I respect it. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Because I know who I'm talking to. Yeah. Now we somebody else probably would have took it personal.
Oh, I've had it happen.
Yeah.
I've had it happen. I've had the situation to be like, well, man, this is what we want. We out all this a fight coming on, this, that, and the third. I said, okay, I'm listening to it. That sounds good. I ain't never did one with a fight before. That sounds good. I said, man, we're gonna be at about $1,300.
Right.
Man, $1,300 for that shit?
Wait a minute, dog.
For that shit.
So I said,
Mine?
well, you let me know when you get that shit somewhere else and then come back. We good. We good. No hard feelings. But man, I actually looked at it, man. The fight down there, $400. I said, oh really?
What they got to do with me?
But it wasn't $400 for me, and
No,
it was already into the price of what you was already doing.
Yeah.
So let's make this happen and stop. You count yourself out, man. I know what the experience is like when it comes to my business. So, if you confident with what you got going on, and you telling me that you gonna give me what I'm expecting and more, I'm going to support you.
So why do you think it is people want stuff for cheap, especially from their own kind, but won't ask somebody else?
That's the kind of question I was
Because they
going.
can't ask nobody else for a deal.
Look,
Not nobody that can make the deal happen.
Right.
You can't go into the wolf chase.
and ask for the same deal you.
No. They're
I'm
going to
like,
look
why
at you stupid.
think
They can't do it for you.
So why would you expect somebody, your own people, to do it for you?
What I hate is not having leverage. Like if you don't have leverage, if you don't have nothing to give me, you know what I'm saying? Like
That's
you just
it.
ask for a hookup. That's it. That's all. Like
No barter?
Nothing.
No
You know?
barter, yeah.
So it's like I have leverage. I have something like let's do business.
Yeah.
You get, you know what I'm saying? And then when you come to me, you gotta have leverage. You gotta have something to be able to get somebody else.
Something.
Don't just not have nothing and then get mad at me when I say no.
Do you find
So
that
you pro quid,
most
pro
people? Do you,
That's good.
Hold on, you said what?
You pro quid, pro quo.
Yeah. Basically.
do you find that I know you've been doing business like you said, what 1, 2, 3 years now?
Oh, so we're going on 2 years.
2 years.
Getting ready to go.
Do you find that your own? And I guess do you have white guys that ask you to be the hookup, or do you have more blacks that ask you that?
Man, so with how verse the cigar world is, man, I've been in the mix. I've had both sides, say, man, what am I paying for? And when I tell you what you're paying for, oh yeah, man, we gonna pass on it, man, because it's too expensive or this, that, and the third. Only to see you go try to offshoot it. and do it a different way,
Yeah.
and probably spend more money, or you know, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But I don't let it bother me, and I don't let it bother me because you got to create value in yourself and the things that you're doing. If you devalue yourself for somebody else,
Yeah.
did you ever view yourself as having that value to begin with? How you gonna discount yourself?
Right.
Yeah.
How you gonna do that?
Right. Man, so we into an hour. We're gonna actually take a quick break. It's 2 more points that I want to get to. We're about to dig into it, man. So we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back.